Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Sharps podcast. In this episode, I'm going to do some Battle Royale drafts for the Week 12 Underdog Fantasy Football and maybe a couple dog bowls. And then we could take a look at DraftKings DFS as well. So, let's just hop in some Battle Royale drafts. I've already done a shit ton of these. Just recently got into these drafts formats instead of salary cap DFS. It's been a lot more fun, I'm not going to lie. Had some nice hits. I had a Taysom, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, and then my running backs kind of failed me. Just had these two guys left to go after those four guys smashed. I had CMC and I had Kenneth Walker, and they both did okay, but if I just had better running backs, that could have been a really, really nice day. As you can see, let's go to there we go. So just hopped in the draft. So yeah, I had that nice $500 score, which got my bankroll going a little bit. And then I hit for 400 and change in NBA the other night. As you can see, my balance is down to 200 and change because I've just been hammering these Battle Royale drafts. Done a few more dog bowls than I normally do as well. Been a lot of fun. So I'm pretty much just going to run this balance down to zero until kickoff tomorrow. Try to get as many drafts as I can and hopefully have a big day. Really, really seeing the board clearly this week. Sometimes that's not a good thing, but I feel like my takes are unique. I really like Michael Pittman this week. Everyone's on downs. Everyone's on naked A-Rich. Everyone's on lion pieces. But I just really like Pittman. He got 8 targets last week. A lot of the historical data people are looking at on downs is from Flacco games. So I just feel like, I don't know, Richardson just kind of likes Pittman better. It's a high game total. So it's just kind of an under-owned spot I've been hammering. It's going a little more in dog bowls, but still, like, I got him in the last round in a dog bowl. In these, he's virtually undrafted every time. So I'm trying to think I'm going to hammer this time. I've done a lot of Laporta, Pittman. I've done some Lions running back, Pittman. This time, if Amon-Ra falls to me, I might do Amon-Ra, Pittman. So we don't get Amon-Ra. Try to think. Maybe we'll do a Gibbs. Pittman, or do we lock up our tight end? Maybe do a Montgomery Pittman. Montgomery's going early. I could probably get him with the second pick. So let's just lock up an elite tight end here. Wow. Kyler Murray 7th overall. That's crazy. So just based on how I'm building this team, David Montgomery wouldn't normally go here, but I want to get the correlation with Michael Pittman at least 1 or 2 more times, just kind of attack it from a few different ways. He won't fall to me at 17, so I do have to just lock him up here. Don't have a ton of Montgomery yet, so yeah, he's a little expensive this week, but I don't want to just completely under-own him. He's minus 190 to score a touchdown. Should have positive game script once again. He's not exactly the main way people are attacking this Lions game, and a lot of people are on down. So yeah, just trying to get unique on a high game total in a lot of different ways. So trying to think. So I've done some naked Pittman with the Lions bringbacks. I've stacked them with Richardson maybe like once or twice. Probably stack Richardson again this time with Pittman because a lot of people are doing naked Richardson or downs Richardson. So just get a lot of leverage on the field that way. Don't mind Kenneth Walker here because we're going to need a running back that doesn't play into this game script idea. But he goes at 14. Unlucky. Matt School's a beast. He's in all these drafts. See what he's cooking up. Goes Mixon, Tyreek, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt was going in the end of the rounds, not even drafted earlier in the week. I did get a good bit of them. I was using Fantasy Pros rankings early in the week when nothing was up. And then I was using Established around once they went up. They were just assuming Pacheco was out. I have no Pacheco, which is good, even though you could have just swapped off him pretty easily. How do we want to attack this? We have a tight end. We could take... I haven't done Jonathan Taylor and Pittman. That could be a fun way to attack it, but I don't like doing running back from the same game. Let's go Brian Robinson. And now, all right, so if I'm going to attack Indy Detroit with Pittman, how about we attack B-Rob with CeeDee Lamb? A lot of people are going to be doing Jaden, CeeDee Lamb bringbacks with the naked Jaden, maybe Jaden, Terry, CeeDee bringback. This is kind of a unique just mini stack, so don't hate it. We know we can get Pittman in the last round, so we're going to have to prioritize Richardson here. If Richardson goes, we can go for Mahomes. If Mahomes goes, we can go for Goff Montgomery stack, which is a little weird, but at least you capture the entire passing game for the Lions and then get most of the running stuff. You're just missing out on the Gibbs action. Don't love that angle, but that's like a backup. We'll see. Hopefully Richardson just falls to us. His ADP is 31.6. We pick again at 29. So let's see. Tua goes. Towns away, has a quarterback. Josh Porter goes twice. So as long as he doesn't take a Richardson, then we just have to fade Colin MC. And then this team tells a good story. Kelsey's decent leverage off what's now Kareem Hunt chalk. So Mahomes goes. So we know Josh isn't going to take another quarterback. Towns has a quarterback. So we're really just fading Collins MC. Let's see what he's got. He's likely going to take Goff. DK. Yeah, he's likely going to take Goff. So we should be fine. I don't see really any scenario where we get sniped unless he wants to naked Anthony Richardson. But I like the way this is shaping up. We basically just need to queue Pittman, and this should draft itself. Yeah, I'll get a couple more dog bowls in just because it's the last week. Like, God forbid I don't hit. I don't have to worry about drafting it anymore this season. I'll just focus up on these battle royales. But for the most part, I haven't been playing dog bowls really at all. Those drafts are just a whole nother ball game. So Matt Skull got his Tua stack. Didn't want to risk Tua not going. I guess he feels like there's enough value at receiver. But he goes tight end, goes for the double stack on Tua. Interesting battle royale. You don't see a ton of double stacking in battle royale. All right, so Colin MC does not take a quarterback. We know Pittman's not getting drafted. So let's just go Richardson. Don't love CD as my wide receiver one, but I've done a lot of elite wide receiver one Pittmans, so don't hate the alternate angle. I've also done a lot of Laporta mini stacks with Pittman, so it's nice to go in with an elite tight end. All right, so we get Pittman. This team's set. Attack that angle a bunch, so I'm going to do something different on this next one. I do want to get a Jalen Waddle Tua stack. Got to be careful because whoever takes Tyreek is most likely going to want Tua. So we might have to take Tua in the fourth. Also, don't hate the idea of a Tyreek Tua Jalen Waddle double. Let me get a little water. All right, the 5 spot's interesting. So based on how we're attacking this draft, we're going wide receiver late. So there isn't a ton of incentive to take a wide receiver early. So I should probably take an elite running back. But based on my draft position, I'd be reaching a bit unless I took Gibbs. So maybe it's interesting. H-hand goes 1.01. People are starting to get a little worried about the 49ers. I think betting the 49ers might be a sharp play. It's really hard to fade Shanahan no matter what. And Purdy, is pretty much undrafted. What was he, Mr. Irrelevant? So I just feel like that offense could get it done with anyone. I'm just surprised they're not playing Dobbs, as I assume many feel the same way. Don't forget, we are doing a Bijan Robinson rookie card portals. Comment Bijan below. First person to comment Bijan wins the card. So get after it. And then we'll message you, get your address. And okay, we'll go Amon-Ra here. Even though I just said there's no real reason to reach on a receiver, it is an ADP value as he's been going mostly 3-4. This guy takes Mahomes 4th, so you just kind of have to take the value there. We can go Amon-Ra Waddle. You could see a stealing from both of them, right? And it's leverage off the Tua, Devon Achane, and Tyreek Chalk, even though we're going to try to get Tua. All right, let's think about this. We need a running back that's elite, right? So let's go Kenneth Walker here. Because if we're going to be waiting really long on receiver next, then there's no real reason to take another now unless we went 3 receivers. We don't need to get too much Kelsey. I already have like 30% Kelsey. Could have gone Bowers, but I like taking a running back there. I think that's better build overall. And we can get Pittman again here if we do a 3 wide receiver build, although it's not necessary. I just want to be the only one with Pittman. No one's talking about him. 8 targets last week. Richardson loves him. Highest game total. Or at least one of them. Great game script. Yeah, it's just a great leverage spot. I don't see a huge reason to take Jaden Daniels here, even though he is falling. Unless this guy takes him, he comes to us no matter what, because this guy took Mahomes with his 4th pick. So, we're really reaching for ceiling on this lineup. There could be an argument. There could be an argument for taking Jaden naked and then just take a naked Waddle too. Because it doesn't, because you got to imagine Jaden could still outscore Tua. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This is just going. This is gonna be my max ceiling lineup. Just going max ceiling, quarterback naked. Max ceiling, Kenneth Walker, just a really good home matchup in what should be a rainy game. James Conner. Okay, I can go Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor here. We don't need to over attack the Pittman angle. We know we're taking Waddle, so I think that's a nice bring back there. And then next up, we need Waddle. But because Waddle's basically going undrafted, we'll prioritize tight end next. And then we'll just get Waddle queued. And then this should shape up pretty nicely. We don't necessarily need a bring back from the Patriots. Maybe the story we're telling ourselves is everyone's on their H-hand game. Everyone's on their Tyreek game. And Waddle just gets the deep bomb in the first play. And everyone's like, shit, my lineup's broken. And that's where we're doing really well. And then maybe Achane gets benched the second half because the Dolphins are up so much and they start playing their backups. Who knows? So I think this tells a decent story. We got a not too over-owned bring back in the Colts Lions game. It's going to be a lot of downs, a lot of naked rich. So just trying to find unique ways to attack that game. And then I got to also get a bunch of lineups that just don't have that game at all. Just assuming both teams spread it out, or maybe that game just goes under. So we are prioritizing tight end here, right? So if we're going Waddle, we might as well go Henry. He's our best available. We don't need to take Laporta because we already have a Lion. So yeah, I think this is a nice bring back on what we're going to eventually pick Waddle, and it'll be good. Yeah, I think this lineup tells a really good story. High game totals, good matchups. Naked Jaden could just go for 30. Spread it out to Noah Brown, Ertz, maybe one to Terry, maybe rushes for 2. Yeah, lock it up. Nice lineup, like it. All right, let's attack a few more angles, maybe do a dog bowl. All right, let's think. Let's wait till we get our pick before we decide how we want to attack this one. And then also, who are just some scrolls I need to get more exposure to? Tank Dell could always get loose for a deep bomb. The way the 49ers might get there, screens to Debo. He's going to get faded now that Purdy's out. He might also just they might just use him as running back. Might have no choice but to just run him crazy. Evans, it's on the road. Might be a little bit limited. It's shaky. I feel like this could be like a Jalen McMillan week. Just randomly. Do need to get a little more Bucky exposure and Rashad. So maybe I wait on running back a little bit this time instead of going stud running back early. Don't have a ton of Marvin Harrison either. DJ Moore, rivalry matchup. Could always go for a lot. I've already attacked the Michael Pittman angle a good bit. Do need more Aaron Jones. Yeah, I think this one we maybe fade running back with the first couple picks. Get some Aaron Jones, Bucky, and then just go stud receiver. Maybe get a Tyreek on this squad. We'll see how it goes. I was getting a lot of Jaden earlier in the week. Now his ADP is 14. Those sometimes, I mean, even still, I just got him in the 3rd, so you'd be surprised. Achane 1.01 twice now. Interesting. Really interesting. If only that was the case last week, I would have won like $5,000 at least. All right. Could go like a Nico Tyreek team. So I want to take Gibbs. Let's go Nico. Could go Nico Tyreek. Aaron Jones, Bucky. Something like that. Where do we get our correlation though? Might need Pollard on this team instead. Yeah, this might be a Pollard team. Aaron Jones, Pollard. Maybe a naked Laporta. No Colts bring back. Okay, Gibbs goes there. I was really torn between Collins and Gibbs, so at least this non-badge bro confirms that. He's probably drafting off ADPs, which means he's probably going to take Justin Jefferson next. I don't mind either JJ or Tyreek. That's probably going to be a pretty commonly owned combo, though. Based on ADP, I guess I should take JJ, right? Because it's going to be a little harder to get those pairs, even though my ranks would have it Tyreek over JJ. Tyreek's in such a better matchup, though. Just trust the talent. Damn, both times the guy I was thinking about just goes the very next pick. All right, so if we know we're waiting on running back Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard, and we could pretty much get CJ Stroud or Sam Darnold in the last round, I should prioritize tight end next. Hopefully Kelsey, Bowers, or McBride. But I don't mind some of those scroll options. I don't even mind just a naked Laporta no bring back. We don't need to necessarily always bring a Colts bring back with our Lions players, as you saw last week. And we don't always need a Lion. Got to remind myself of that. Although I feel like a lot of the field's gravitating this Seattle Cardinals game, which could just really fail if the weather's shitty. And it looks like it might be shitty. So I got to dive a little bit deeper in that. Plus, I was hammering that game earlier in the week when the ADPs were a little bit less top heavy with the best games, or I guess the highest game totals. Like James Conner was free earlier in the week, so really glad I got some of him early. You get screwed drafting early sometimes. Like you take, I don't know, you'll take a Purdy and he gets ruled out midweek, and then you're like, ah, shit. But it's really not that hard to pivot off those guys with the swap feature. God forbid you end up with the 7th ranked quarterback, still top 10. Really hoping to get Trey McBride here, but people always seem to snipe you. Yeah, it sucks. Tough life. All right, so now that it pans out like this, it's really tough. Fuck. Just want Aaron Jones. Let's just stick to the plan. I don't know what I'll do next, but it's a huge reach. But I just don't end up with the same team as everyone else, you know? Like, there's a decent chance Aaron Jones is better than Brian Robinson. I just don't have the same build as everyone that has Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson. Wow, David Montgomery's still available. This is pretty unique. Wanted to take Pollard, though. Or Laporta. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the plan. Oh, shit. We have Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. I kind of like it, though. Like, those games can be sneaky sometimes. Those division matchups, they just, like, play so hard. Plus, everyone's kind of low on both teams, so you just got to attack different angles sometimes. Like, there's no way anyone has this combo. Like, there's going to be a lot of Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson teams, most likely. People picking from the 7-8, 5-8, 4-9, just stuff like that. But everyone's grabbing those David Montgomerys and Brian Robinsons and Kareem Hunt. So, got to find a way to get different somehow. I was really hoping to at least lock up a tight end before I reach for these running backs. But it's not the end of the world. They're not going to project that much lower. And I think it's a good way to get different. Just a little unfortunate David Montgomery fell that hard and I didn't snag him, but it is what it is. So we know we can get CJ or Darnold no matter what, so I guess we'll prioritize tight end. I don't really have a lot of Jonnu exposure. I'm getting a lot of targets. I want to say averaging 6. I just hate chasing recency. It's a tough call. Doesn't correlate. No matter what, our tight end's not going to correlate unless we took... We don't have a Chicago piece. Let's take Cole Kmet. And then the smartest thing to do would be take CJ or Sam Darnold. I have a lot of CJ, so this might be a Sam Darnold team. It's not going to be that highly owned. I feel like a lot of people that take JJ this week are going to stack elsewhere, maybe do a naked Bo Nix, maybe a naked Anthony Richardson, maybe grab DK Metcalf and do Geno. I know people get worried about the Bears defense, but I'm just going to try to attack some different angles. Didn't love that team. Trying to think. So we got Waddle before, but we didn't take Tua. I think we need a Waddle Tua team before he goes for a deep bomb. And I'm like, what the hell? I was all over this angle. Why don't I have Waddle? It's just, I mean, with just one play, 12 points, and then you just need a few more catches, and he's near optimal. Get him, and literally in the last round, have to imagine if you go on BBMD at the bbmdb.com at the end of the week, you'll see that he's probably less than 10% owned. So just trying to get some upside in these games that people are attacking in a different way. Could also go for a Tyreek double stack if he falls to 9. Just depends. I would like to get a running back top 4 here. First round last week was a little clearer. This week is a little weird, especially like based on these ranks, and then you look at ADP. Tyreek's really moved up. Kenneth Walker's really moved up. Jaden Daniels has moved up. DK skyrocketed. McBride skyrocketed. This is a rare anomaly. Achane at 4. If we go Achane Waddle, I've done some Achane Tyreek. Could do Achane Waddle Tua. I think that'll be an under-owned stack. And then just kind of like betting on that offense overall. Minus Tyreek. Like, what if Tyreek tweaks something? You never know, man. This could be an interesting build. Tyreek falls. I'm going Waddle. So much Kelsey. Let's take JJ. Oh shit, that was based on ADP. I hope Kelsey is a good game because I have so much of them. I probably it's fine because this isn't a tight end angle, so you might as well just get the projection. I think it's fine. We'll find another receiver. So we know we're going Waddle and Tua. Do we need a New England piece? Like, is this like a weird booty team? This might be a weird booty team. So if it's gonna be a weird booty team and Waddle, that means we got to take a running back. Shit. I I don't hate Josh Jacobs though. Home. They should just run a bunch. Like, I guess Kareem is like the chalky pick. But we already have Kelsey. No, I like that. I'm happy I did that. Don't need to do Kelsey and Hunt because they kind of vulture each other. Or I guess cannibalize each other's ceilings. So want one of them to go for 2 touchdowns. Wow, JSN's just going so early, and it's going to rain in that game, and he's going to fail. That's how I see it. Oh, wow. Richardson at 20. We got a good value on him earlier, I guess. So I want Waddle and Booty. So that means I just take Tua here, I guess. You gotta find really, really sneaky ways. Really, really sneaky ways. Just gotta hope Jacobs could go for a 20-25 piece and Kelsey can go for a 20-25 piece. And then as long as the rest of the story tells itself, that's the biggest part. People are still hammering Kittle, which is interesting. I guess they just assume he's gonna be a safety blanket. Maybe I'm not getting enough Kittle. So this is our Waddle pick because we know Booty's not going. Waddle's just never going to go either, but we're just doing some weird shit. I mean, Booty was chalk last week. Yeah, trust. Keyshawn Booty, touchdown! You already know that's going to happen after everyone was on him last week and then no one's on him this week. It's so obvious. Maybe I should have had Kittle on this team. Little mini correlation. But I think it's fine. If you imagine he took Keyshawn Booty, I'd be going nuts. That's sneaky. Let's just keep hammering angles. Really like Laporta. Bigger favorite to score a touchdown than Brock Bowers. I think I need a Gibbs. I need another Gibbs Laporta. Or sorry, not Gibbs Laporta. I need a Gibbs Pittman team. Keep giving me the 4th pick. I swear when I get in drafts consecutively, I get the same pick every time. I don't know why. I don't hate it though, because we just had Achane fall at 4. We can kind of do anything we want. We're not in love with the top 2 picks. Already have a good amount of Mixon because he wasn't going top 5 earlier in the week. You can get him whenever. So you kind of just like stop drafting him at that point. Unless he falls. Because you just have him at a discount already. CMC. He's dynamite. CMC. He's gonna score a lot. Surprise! He's probably not gonna go 1-on-1 again. Okay, finally, because he's a badge bro, knows better. ASB2. It's gone too far. All right, This is what I'm talking about. I can get Mixon at 4. Take Mixon at 4. I'll take Mixon at 4. Take him when he falls now that we already have good exposure. All right, so we'll go mix. So what's the story we're telling ourselves? We're going to go like pretend like we're doing a DFS lineup. I go no wide receivers from Houston now. I'm not going to mini correlate Pollard. Go Calvin Ridley maybe. Could be a Ridley team. So if it's a Calvin Ridley team, we just already attacked a couple Waddle angles. Could maybe hopefully get Tyreek here. Taking a lot of Kelsey, so we can also go for Bowers. We'll probably go for Tyreek or Bowers, whoever's there. Okay, they're both there. When do I pick again? 16, do we think McBride will be there at 16? Probably not. Just go Tyreek, though. Take a gamble that hopefully either Bowers or McBride are there at 16. It's doubtful, but I don't mind punting tight end. There goes Kelsey, which is standard. I think this is a safer bet because it's more likely we have McBride fall to us than Tyreek. Tyreek's never falling to 16. So I think this is the best bet. And then what's our ultimate goal here? What was the plan? A Calvin Ridley bring back on Mixon. Could go naked Drake May. Tyreek. Kind of like that. I haven't attacked that angle too much. Don't take Trey McBride. I mean, he can't take Trey McBride. Perfect. This worked out so well. Very happy. Because if we reach for Trey McBride, then Tyreek goes for sure, and then we're just screwed at receiver. That was nice. That was really nice. This might be a shipper. That was huge. So, all right, let's think. So we know we're taking Calvin Ridley, who goes way down here. So if he goes way down there, we already have a tight end. We're going to take Drake May scroll. Then our priority is a running back. High game total. Yeah, I think we want JT, hopefully. Oh, yeah, we know we're getting JT because he is running back filled already. Always make sure to look at the draft board because that can really help dictate your strategy. And then the guy behind me needs a running back. So does this guy. Everyone behind me needs at least one running back. So, and we know we're taking Ridley scroll. And our quarterback's going to be free. So this team should play out perfectly. This story is telling the story that Colts play good defense, Taylor gets a couple touchdowns, and the Lions just kind of underperform, maybe spread it out a bunch by only taking a Colt and no Lions. So we need Ridley on the mix and bring back. And then we could go... I kind of like going May naked, but we could also get Tua if he gets taken. And then our worst case scenario could be CJ. Just capture that entire offense. But our next pick will be Calvin Ridley as long as we don't get sniped. Yeah, everyone's going to click in just Jackson Smith, Najigba, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb in this range. You got to find ways to get different for sure. I'm glad this wasn't a Sam Laporta team because I haven't been getting sniped on him at all, but that would have been frustrating if that was my plan. So we take Calvin Ridley now as our mix and bring back. I think this team's shaping up quite sharply. We got Tyreek. We could tell a story that he goes for a couple deep bombs, and then May's just, struggling to come back the whole time. Maybe gets a rushing touchdown. So I think this is sneaky. Attacking all the angles. Maybe doing a little bit too much Miami New England stuff. I could see that game failing, so I gotta find some ways to get off of that. Maybe do a little bit more Tampa Bay stuff. Gotta get some Bucky. Gotta ramp up my Aaron Jones with no Jefferson. All right, let's make it a Drake May team. I think this is a sharp one. All right, yeah, let's get some Bucky. Bucky, Aaron Jones. So if we go Bucky, Aaron Jones, what story are we telling ourselves? Bears passing defense is tough, so they got to run through Aaron Jones. He scores a couple on the ground. Bucky gets a lot of passes. Just goes berserk. Maybe scores on the ground for one or two. Do you bring back Neighbors at that point? Maybe, but maybe we get smarter than that. We go Theo Johnson. But do we want any piece of that Giants team? Maybe not. So maybe we just go naked Bucky. Because a lot of Bucky teams might have Neighbors on it. Or maybe even Theo Johnson. So let me try to think this out. So if we go Aaron Jones, it could be a Rome team. Yeah, Aaron Jones, Rome Odunze. Let's type this out. Aaron Jones, Rome Odunze. Caleb. And then we're doing that. And then we're going Bucky. We're telling ourselves the story, I guess, that Mike Evans fails and the Giants don't do anything unless we do get Theo Johnson. Don't hate Theo Johnson. Just don't love the idea of Tommy Cutlets either. Maybe he unlocks him, though. We're giving up a lot of projectable value with this team, which means we got to take a stud receiver and a stud tight end. Then we don't get Theo, right? Don't love this angle. Don't love it. Gibbs 1.01. Wow. I've got a lot of Nico. You can get Nico whenever you want, so might as well get a little bit more Amon-Ra exposure. His floor is incredible. Even though he might not hit that same ceiling, even though he might not be optimal, it's really just hard not to click him. Like, he's not going to kill your lineup with 10 points, 15 points. But he can, get you 38 like you saw last week. So, not going to fade him this week. Will only take him if he's a value, though. I'm not going to reach for him. Have seen him go as high as 1 or 2. Not going to do that. So, we don't need Nico now. This team's a little iffy, but you never know, man. Lock up Bowers. Just because I have infinite Kelsey. Last time I checked, I was at 30%. I've already clicked him a few times tonight, so I gotta chill. I mean, these running backs are way down there. Rome, Caleb, way down there. Who's going the highest of the bunch, really? That's what we need to figure out so we don't get sniped. It's unlikely. Aaron Jones. I mean, if we take Aaron Jones with our next pick, no one else is touching him. So these two are correlated in ADP, which makes me almost want to go DJ Moore instead. We could attack that angle with another team, though. I mean, does every Aaron Jones team have to have a Chicago receiver? I'm not sure. Should probably just get some naked Aaron Jones, too. All right, we'll get our unique running backs. Everyone's clicking the same guys in this range. James Conner, Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs, Brian Robinson Jr., David Montgomery. Aaron Jones takes off a week or two and we forget all about him. It's nonsense. Do I have enough Kareem Hunt? Not enough Bucky. Gotta get them Buckies. And then one Bears receiver and Caleb Williams, and this team's a wrap. A little gross. Not greatly correlated all around, but some unique angles. All right, roam till it hits. Rome Dunze. And if you were playing college football fantasy at all last year, which I didn't do a ton of, Caleb was just a monster. And he's basically going undrafted now. He's at home. His upside's just really nice. Win me 40 grand, my boy. I know you can do it. All right, let's do another Bears team. This time with DJ Moore. Maybe the Bears just onslaught. Maybe they just completely destroy the Vikings unexpectedly. Maybe you just don't need to bring back anyone from the Vikings. So maybe I just do a Caleb DJ Moore stack. Let me consult the Sims for a bit. I haven't really done a ton of that prep. To come to think of it, this could be a good way to figure out who our quarterback should be. Granted, this is based on salary, but it still tells you a little bit. Still love Mahomes. 76%. Just running with blind optimals with some of my base settings. We're about to be up, I could see. So we'll jump back to that in a minute. Just want to see some stuff. H-hand gift. See, look, we're 4 every time. Something's like broken when you do too many in a row. So Love 132%. Reed and Dobbs. That's something to note. Might have to do a J Love team here. So we're doing a J Love team. We don't need a quarterback early. We don't need a receiver terribly early, other than a stud. We'll ditch the Bears theme here for this one. 49er. Could take a Kittle. Could take a Kittle. So we're taking... Okay. Do something now. Let me just lock on my running backs. And then, yeah, I didn't need, thank God, I don't need McBride because we're taking Kittle or Debo. I think Debo can get some rushing work, just get some screens, take one to the house, and he could be the guy you need. Kittle, Debo, and then the ultimate angle is Love, Reed, Dobbs, depending if we get sniped. St. Brown Laporta. Yeah. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Use the bring back. Right, I didn't set it up that way, did I? Okay. So if we know we're going Jaden Reed, Debo. Okay. Weird pick. I know everyone's clicking Brock Bowers there normally, but trying to get some correlation here. Trying to think. Fuck. I mean, I guess I've already attacked the Trey McBride, Kenneth Walker correlation. And this is on my main stack. Can't take Debo now. Probably Marvin Harrison here, if he's there. To attack the Seattle angle. Don't need to always bring a Patriot back, so I think it's fine to just have a naked H-An. Ideally, this guy doesn't take 3 receivers. We can get Marvin Harrison here. Get the correlation on Walker. Okay. Let's get Marvin Harrison, Walker correlation. Can do a naked H-An telling the story that maybe he just has 3. Patriots just completely fail. And then we've got Kittle over Bowers, which is going to be unique. And it's going to also give us correlation on our main Jordan Love stack. I guess Jaden Reed is going ahead of Jordan Love, so we should prioritize Reed. If we get sniped on Reed, we could always go Dobbs. Some people almost act like once the quarterback goes out, like Purdy, it's just like that game doesn't exist anymore. But they still have to play 60 minutes. So we'll lock up Jaden Reed. And then our next pick will be Jordan Love. If we somehow get sniped, we obviously can't do Kyler. We don't want to do the 49ers backup. So it'll probably end up being a Tua team with Achane. But I guess we could just add it for now. But you could also see a universe where Geno and Kenneth Walker can make some sense. Unique stack. Everyone's doing DK or Najigba. It's just an alternate way to attack that game. Yeah, I don't hate this team. It's a little weird, though. I guess like you can't just always click Kelsey and Bowers. And then if you just don't reach on Kittle, you end up with Hunter Henry almost every time, or Laporta. So we'll just take Jordan Love. Sims seem to like it. Do want to try to get a Goff Laporta team because everyone's going to be doing Goff Amon-Ra. So I think that's a nice angle. Probably going to have to reach a little bit on Goff. I mean, I've done a ton of drafts, but just got to keep hammering these angles. All right, let's see. So we're going to do a Goff Laporta team. Could do a Jonathan Taylor. Could do a Pittman angle like we've been attacking. Just no one's going to be on Pittman. He's going to be like 2% owned, 8 targets last week. All the downs data is based on Flacco play. So just really like that angle. I'm trying to think though. So if we do a Goff Laporta team, I'm not going to do a ton of Goff because he was optimal last week and we hit nice on Goff last week. Got to find new ways to, find upside, which we already have. What quarterback am I just completely forgetting about? I guess Bo Nix I'm not really getting enough of. Kyler's hard to get to because he goes early. Maybe a little bit more Mahomes to his pass catchers to get some leverage off Kareem Hunt. This one goes running back, running back, running back. I did get Mixon at 5 earlier, Achane at 4 a bunch. So just kind of trying to get values on those guys that I got earlier in the week at a better discount. Travis Kelce, Brock Bowers. Let's look at ADP. Have him getting a ton of Gibbs, so let's... no. Well, we want Laporta and... Sometimes you gotta change your plan. We'll get Laporta and Goff in the next one. I'm just not getting to enough Gibbs, and I don't want to reach here. It's my pick again. I have too much Kelce. Let's just take naked Tyreek. Haven't been doing enough of that. This won't be a Tua team. Try to get my portfolio different. I feel like it's just so easy to click the same buttons every time. Way too much Kelsey. Which is fine, but I need to get him down to like closer to like 25% tops. I'm gonna have like, man, my balance was so much higher, and it's not like I'm like down money, but I'm gonna have a lot on the line tomorrow, especially with all the dog bowls I've done. Those are 25 a pop. Gonna have a good amount riding on tomorrow, but it's fine. I kind of like have a lot of different angles I'm attacking, so it's like really hard to ever cash for zero unless just some like complete random guy goes nuclear, or just like maybe a guy I'm not clicking enough that's going like mid to like maybe the second or third round. Like, who am I not getting enough of right now? Like, maybe not taking enough Naked Terry, Kate Otten. I think the field is just way too on to DK and Jackson Smith and the Jigba. So I'm not fading those guys, but just try not to reach on them too much. So we don't really have a story we're telling ourselves in this one. I think I need a team where I just don't do a ton of reaching, a ton of storytelling, and just kind of, sometimes you just need the best guys based on projection. And I guess I faded that already by not taking someone better than Tyreek, but at the same time, the matchup's a little better. Haven't checked any NBA stuff. Hopefully those teams are doing well. Give me some more bankroll to draft some more dog bowls. All right, so we don't have Kelsey on this team. I'm probably only at 15% cream hunt right now, so I might as well keep clicking them. This could be a Jatavian Sanders team. But I did tell myself I'm not going to get too weird. Not really getting to JSN enough. I've been seeing him go like 15th in some drafts, so screw it. Just maybe do a Geno team. No correlation in this team, but at the same time, it's these guys are all projecting well, so it's not the end of the world. Sometimes you don't need to reach. What's the best way to get some correlation here, though? Not really anyway. Other than maybe going Geno, Hunter Henry, but I gotta probably chill out on Hunter Henry a little bit because I feel like everyone's bringing back their Dolphins with him. So it's not that unique combinatorially. We'll do a dog bowl after this and then we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be doing more live streams like this. We're going to have our podcast every week. Merc couldn't be here, but he'll be here next week, or probably actually not next week because we got Thanksgiving, but we're really just getting ramped up. This is our first season, and next season we're going to be a lot more active, a lot more planned and prepared. So looking forward to that. We need a tight end and a quarterback. This could be our Laporta Goff team, and we just have Gibbs intertwined, but just don't love it. It's just always Hunter Henry, isn't it?
It's going to get weird. No, why'd you get weird? No. Just be a Geno team. We're going to call this the one-offs. Well, if we're going to go all one-offs, then we might as well go naked QB. Is Bo Nick still there? Or Anthony Richardson to correlate with that? No, well, if it's all... Yeah, whatever. This is just a one-off. This is the team that's going to ship, and everyone's like, "How I would have never got there." Just not a single piece of correlation. Not one bit. Hate that lineup, but that's going to be the shipper. Because we've been doing just a ton of correlation. Every team's bring back this, stack that. We just need one that just going to project decently. Let's get in here. This is filling. This will be our last one. Probably do a few more battle royales in the morning. Just kind of last minute news. Use up the rest of this bankroll. Ideally hit a nice one tomorrow. Either way, like it's hard not to get most of your money back. And if you don't, it's not the end of the world. It's fun. But I've only been doing it for a little bit, and I've had some decent success. So fingers crossed, knock on wood. Just gonna keep at it. Waiting for 4 people. Come on, Dave. Probably already got 150. Just a reminder, if you're just jumping in, got this Bijan Robinson rookie card. We're doing a giveaway. All you got to do is comment Bijan below, and you'll have a chance to win. And we'll reach out to you, get your shipping info, and get that shipped to you. Yeah, so if you want a free Bijan Robinson rookie card, all you got to do is comment Bijan below. And make sure you like and subscribe if you want more content just like this. And yeah, going to be some good stuff going on with the Fantasy Sharps. Looking forward to more. Only need 2 more people. I'm going to guarantee minus 250 odds. We'll get at least one of Dave, Crutches, Magikarp, and Jewish McCaffrey. It's the last one we'll do. One of those 4 guys. All right, that filled pretty quick. That was probably the fastest a dog bowl's ever filled. So that's how you know this thing's almost over. There's Nez, there's Dave. So we know. So we're coming after the boys, and we knew. Wow, this is the first time I've had a top 3 pick on this. Every dog bowl I've ever done, I've been like 7th pick or worse. No lie. So that means we're gonna have a nice team. Hopefully. Otherwise, all my other team are gonna be nasty. Yeah, we'll just run it like this. Nez is probably going to go HN. 1.1. These guys know I'm in the streets now, though. I wasn't even a badge bro, and now I'm a badge bro after like a couple weeks. Been hammering drafts. Probably a little bit too much, but... It's addicting. It's a lot of fun, though. These teams are so fun to sweat. And especially basketball. I won't go too much into basketball, but just the scoring changes so fast. That's just so exciting. So fun. Could be annoying, though. Like, you could see a big total, and you're just like, I know this team's got no shot to hold. But yeah, football's good stuff. If you're just on a guy, he scores. And you're just like, all right, this team's got like a real shot, and no one's on this guy. Cognition probably got in this draft a while ago. Wonder who Nez will take. Okay. So we're just going to lock up a running back. Wouldn't really know who to take after that. Might go... I haven't really done a ton of running back in the dog bowl. You know we're taking Pittman or Waddle. I just want to I'm going to the dog bowl if one of those guys scores a deep bomb. Or just goes off somehow. But yeah, really haven't been doing the dog bowl. It's more like a redraft draft because it's 12 man instead of 6. A lot tougher. These guys are all sharp. Less so in the battle royales. I mean, all these guys are in those treats too, but just not as frequently. Dave with the Tyreek. Could be, no, I don't. This could be a Calvin Ridley team, but we played that angle before already. But that was in Battle Royale. Where did we find our correlation in this one? Maybe Laporta Goff. Laporta Goff, Jonathan Taylor. Laporta Goff, Pittman. Best available running back. Best available receiver. Need a tight end too, can't forget. These people are gonna be DK Metcalf 12, you're out of your mind. I mean, he'll probably go for 50, but it's supposed to rain in that game. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too low on that game and everyone's right. Maybe I'm IKBing too hard. Dave goes with Bauer. Sneaky. Pissed I was clicking Malik Neighbors earlier in the week. Hopefully he does okay. I don't have a ton of them, but he's definitely going later now. All right, this is like the first time I've had good running backs in the dog bowl. Both at home, both RB1s on a week with a lot of buys. So that's a decent advantage right there. And I know I'm taking Waddle or Pittman late. So if I'm taking Waddle or Pittman late, I don't need to go crazy prioritizing receiver. And all the elite tight ends are gone. So you just punt tight end at this point. Plenty of decent punt options. I mean, we know we're going Laporta actually, so we're just going to have to take a receiver here probably. Could go Ridley. If we know JSN's getting taken. These people aren't stupid and you always get sniped. So we're not going to get JSN, but we think it's going to rain in that game. So I don't mind the fade. We beat the Hunter Henry angle to a damn near horse. So probably don't need to take him. This is going to take JSN 10 times out of 10. There's just no way around it. But I'm not dying for JSN. I think that's a trap. I think this is where I take my Laporta mini correlation. And then, am I just going to be so weak on receiver then? And just stick to the plan. That's all you can do. Not in love with these receivers, so. It's going to be tough to get Goff because whoever took a Monra is just like always going to take Goff. Might just have to prioritize him with the next pick. And then we know we're taking Pittman. Not going to get drafted because everyone's overlooking him. And then maybe just Waddle too. If we're just going to get completely boxed out of receiver, we'll try to get Ridley. It's going to be tough though. 14 picks away. Someone take Josh Downs just so I can laugh at you. Even though he's probably going to eat, but it's just such a bad leverage play, brother. Glad I'm not taking running backs in this range. Like I'm sure this guy's got his nice and cozy receiver. Oh, he doesn't even have a nice and cozy receiver. It's tough on these streets, man. But I'm happy to have my running backs. I might have gone a little high on Laporta, but you know he's not going to be there when we pick again. And we are building for correlation in a high total in a unique way that people aren't attacking. So that's the idea. And then I guess we can take Pittman now. I mean, you can. I have to go Ridley Waddle. Still a lot of talent out there. I wouldn't be upset if we end up with Rome or DJ Moore, any of those types of guys. So I kind of like waiting on receiver. I don't hate it. Like, give me Tank Dell. Fuck me up. Interesting build. Probably giving up projected points, not taking. Oh, I don't take CeeDee Lamb. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't want to freaking bet on that offense. Or, oh, Tommy Cutlets. Like, that's just a range I'm good with skipping. Give me the wide receiver 2 for a competent quarterback. This prick might take off. Bo Nix. Chipsky Lark. Chip Skylark. What am I fucking saying? My shiny teeth, Emmy. My shiny teeth that sparkle. He's taking Goff all day. Okay. Good lad. Good lad. So what else did that? Those Goff teams like Myers, Dobbs, Sutton, Myers. Keyshawn Booty. A lot of Jacoby Myers. J-Mo's out there. DJ Moore's out there. DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, man, dude. There's a lot of guys. Should just get rid of all this. Can't take Tank Dell, really. Don't hate Jacoby Myers. Don't hate DJ Moore. D-Hop. The Sims like Jacoby Myers. Fuck me up. Get me to the dog bowl, my brother. What's simmed really nice? Not that this is like the right way to do this, but I'm digging deep here. As is this because it needs to save salary. Noah Brown and Jacoby Myers. Okay. Nick Westbrook a Kane? Little sneaky? Nah. That'd be crazy. Where is it? This be a Fairway team? Not enough upside. Okay, Shambuti. Oh, I kind of like the Noah Brown angle. Romeo Dobbs too. And Waddle. Okay. All right. Trust the process. That team might get me to the dog bowl. You never know. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Fantasy Sharps podcast. Thanks for joining us again, week 11, or actually it is week 12, losing track of the weeks. But we will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.